Christmas Eve, and the motorway network in the Midlands is busy with people travelling home to spend the festive season with their loved ones. But there's no rest for officers at the Central Motorway Police Group. On the M6 near Stafford, PC's Billy Cotton and Jan Sheargold are answering an emergency call.
It's a very unfortunate start for Christmas Eve. We've received a report of a road traffic collision on the M6 motorway south of junction 15. Several vehicles involved, a couple of large goods vehicles and several smaller cars. So we're en route now to try and establish what is happening.
A crash between lorries and smaller vehicles is always a concern.
When we receive a report like this, you never know how serious it's going to be. Although there's several vehicles involved, you can't be sure whether there's any serious injury. I think the report is to the effect that there might well be somebody trapped in one of the vehicles.
Here's something here.
As they approach the accident scene, it's clear that the multiple pile-up is causing havoc to the Christmas Eve traffic.
Something in lane 3, look, with its lights on. 2 cars on the shelf. 4 cars there at the gantry. 2 car transporters, a car facing the wrong way.
But the cops have to carry on past the crash to turn at the next junction.
Oscar Tango 32 just turning at junction 15.
While they do, they receive an update on the crash.
Yeah, highways have arrived and they've informed us there's one female who's been injured, but we don't know how seriously at the moment.
Christmas miracle.
Well, we don't know if it's a miracle yet, we don't know how injured she is.
Helping the injured woman and any other casualties will be the cops' first priority.
I need to get into lane 3 now.
But impatient drivers are costing them precious seconds.
They're still going down lane 3, although it says it's blocked. But if all these motorists had actually read the signs which say that lane 3 is blocked, we should actually have a free run, really, to the...
Just ahead, Highways Agency officers have taken the decision to completely close the carriageway, allowing the emergency services to work in safety.
When you arrive at the scene, you can't just clear everything off the road. You have to ensure that the casualties are being properly treated and take a few moments to get to people's versions of events to piece the jigsaw together.
Piecing the jigsaw together involves taking statements from everyone involved. This man was driving a silver Peugeot, but lost control when he was cut up by another car.
So you were in which lane to begin with?
Fast lane, 3rd lane.
You were in 3rd lane?
Third lane, as I was overtaking someone. Pulled into the middle lane, and the bloke that was behind me fell over and came straight in front of me. So I slammed my brakes on.
Then, as he spun out of control, he was hit by cars following behind.
I know I was hit by 2 cars. The Volvo hit me first, blue Volvo, and then the light blue Fiat hit me after head on.
The passenger side of his car took the full impact of the Fiat. His mother, who was travelling with him, is being treated by paramedics.
The lady that's in the car back there, it's more shock than anything else, but she was obviously the passenger in this vehicle here, as we can see, and the airbag's gone off, and obviously her part of the car has been squashed up, so it's quite a traumatic experience.
But the concern is for the driver of the Fiat, who is still trapped in her car, which has spun round after hitting the central reservation.
How seriously is this lady injured?
She's in that vehicle at the moment.
Right,
From what we can gather, there's a registered nurse in the back who's been monitoring and whatnot.
Yeah.
Obviously the seatbelt and whatnot.
So is she trapped, or
A chest.
is it an
mainly.
extraction they need of the ambulance for?
From what we can make out, all that's happened to her is she's sitting there for her own safety. She's hit the steering wheel with her chest.
Right.
So obviously they're reluctant to move her.
So while the medics and fire crew work out how to free the woman without causing further injury, PC's Cotton and Sheargold concentrate on finding out who was responsible for the accident. But that's easier said than done.
You get to the scene of a road traffic collision, you've got all these people, and as you speak to them individually, they're all giving you different versions of the same incident. So unless you get it from 2 or 3 different people, then you can't assume that that is what happened.
However, the one thing that all the witnesses do agree on is that another car was involved, but has now disappeared.
and then I didn't get a registration. He just picked his way through and bogged off. I don't know what the hell he was thinking of.
The question now is whether the driver who's bogged off is the one responsible for causing the accident. While their investigations continue, 50 miles further south on the M5, motorway cops Adam Toll and John Martin are on the lookout for something amiss.
When you're out on patrol, you're always scanning, always looking out, you know, whether it's on, you know, on the same side as you or the opposite carriageways. You're always looking for vehicles with defects, etc. So you never really switch off.
And sure enough, on the opposite side, PC Toll has spotted a woman walking on the hard shoulder. And just a few hundred metres further on, something even more worrying.
Oh, now there's a biking lane. Mike Alpha Oscar Tango 94 over.
Anything in the carriageway is a hazard, but a lump of metal like a push bike can cause a major accident.
To me, something in the carriageway is about as serious as it gets. You know, it's potentially a fatal collision waiting to happen. So we need to get there, we need to get that cleared and make sure the carriageway is running safely. Yeah, 4 to 4A, yeah, looks like someone's lost a bicycle in, looks like lane 3. We're just turning at 4, we'll go back. The motorist has pulled onto the hard shoulder just on the split at 4A. Is that received over?
But to remove the bike, they'll have to slow the traffic on the whole carriageway.
In front of these 2 lorries, we'll put a rolling closure on.
But that's easier said than done.
We'll pick a point on the motorway prior to where the incident is and slow the traffic down from 70 miles an hour to 60 to 50 and so on until we've got them to virtually a crawl of about probably 10 miles an hour.
To complicate matters further, PC's Toll and Martin are driving an unmarked car and it's not obvious to other traffic that they're police officers.
I've got a matrix board,
Just put your arms out the window.
So the cops are reduced to some old-fashioned hand signals.
9-4 Mike Alpha, closures on now, we're just running through to the scene. And we'll slowly bring them up to the scene, completely stop the traffic, and then we'll move up to the location.
The road ahead is clear, but the cops are approaching a junction. The worry is that cars behind them may be tempted to overtake on the inside.
If someone tried to come past here now, we don't know potentially if this woman's trying to run up the carriageway at the moment. I can't afford anything to come through this section now.
As they approach the bike, the danger is far from obvious.
The sun was quite low, so it was almost in like a blind spot for people. You know, you wouldn't see it until the last minute. There's your push bike.
With traffic behind them at a standstill, PC Martin heads out onto the M5.
Thank you, Mike Alpha.
Not one, but 2 bikes have fallen from a car.
9-4 Mike Alpha, carriageway clear, you can cancel any signals now, thank you.
As the traffic resumes, it's clear that the bikes have already been hit by something.
You can see that someone's probably gone over the bottom bike. Now, if someone had run over that at a great speed, we could be looking at potentially a serious collision.
The good news for the owner is that she'll have at least one serviceable bike. The bad news is that PC Toll is keen to have a few words with her.
This lady could be looking at insecure load at the moment and she's going to be dealt with for that as well.
Right.
I don't understand why they've come off. They've never come off before. Hi.
How come they're not secured properly?
Well, I don't know. Because that is secured properly.
These haven't been secured properly. I mean, I know one bike's trashed. The other one, thankfully, looks like it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
So serious.
I know.
You got anybody else in the vehicle with you?
Yeah, my kids.
Your kids? Okay. They need to deal with you for it, unfortunately.
At first sight, it seems a simple case of the driver not securing the bikes properly.
We tried to see if it was down to how the the bikes had been tied.
You've obviously lost your catches off there, haven't you?
There are four big rubber things with things like this that go over the top.
They're not on there now.
But it actually appeared that it was a faulty bike rack and a piece had actually come off, which had meant that the bike slipped out of the poles, and that's why they'd come off.
Armed with this new information, PC Toll's attitude is softening, just a little.
One bike's destroyed anyway. The frame's buggered, to be fair. I felt that she probably going to have to spend enough to get these bikes replaced. Thankfully, she hadn't caused a collision and no one was injured. You know, she got 2 kids in the back of the car whose bikes were trashed, basically.
And so she'll be given a ticking off rather than a fine.
Sometimes, you know, we don't always prosecute people. You know, we have got a heart. I didn't want to upset the kids too much either, especially approaching Christmas. I thought it was probably the right thing to do. We can get that bike in the back of my colleague's car here. We'll follow you down to junction 5 and you'll have to make alternative plans of how to get them to where you need to.
All right.
All right?
No bell! It's not motorway safe.
As the bikes are taken off the motorway by another team of cops,
It's ours and the kids' Christmas present. Oh, look at the faces.
the woman and her 2 kids are free to continue on their way. Further north on the M6, the investigation into the cause of the accident which has closed the southbound carriageway is continuing. PC Cotton is trying to find out who was responsible for the crash that's left a woman injured and unable to escape from her car. All the drivers are being breathalyzed and questioned in detail.
Whose fault is it that the collision occurred?
I don't know what car it was, but to point the blame, it'd be the gentleman that put Paul in front of me. I didn't have anything else to do. Driving like an idiot on a motorway is a bloody no-brainer anyway.
All the evidence points to the car which drove off being at fault. But its identity remains a mystery.
They hadn't got a registration number. They couldn't tell me how many people were in it. So basically, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, because it hasn't hit anything, so it's got no damage. And we haven't got a registration number, and nobody is sure as to the make and type.
But up ahead, a witness has come forward who can identify the make and colour of the car they're looking for.
He's the guy that's just alleged that Black Mondeo's caused all this.
Oh, so the man stopped down there, says Black
Yeah,
Mondeo's
and he's been involved. He's got damage to his door. So he's saying this guy is cut up and everything.
By a dark car.
But obviously the chances of finding the...
It's pretty slim.
Yeah.
So we're at a loss as to where the vehicle is that caused it,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
The hope is that now they know some details of the car, they may be able to trace it from footage taken by the motorway cameras.
Obviously, we don't know the identity of the offending vehicle, but we are going to get the control room operators to look at any camera footage that we've got. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some images of what happened exactly.
While the footage is reviewed, the good news is that the woman who was trapped has been freed and is on her way to hospital.
Because it was so close to Christmas, it just seemed to sort of like twang at the heart a little bit more than normal, because everybody was going somewhere to see their family, the cars had got Christmas presents in it. The poor young girl that was trapped and injured in the car, all she was concerned about was, oh, my Christmas present's all right.
PC Cotton's feelings, however, are directed at the car driver who caused the accident and then just drove off.
It appears that the mystery car, the dark-coloured car, has been driving too aggressively, obviously impatient, and just because of his impatience and his bad driving, it's caused an awful lot of chaos for people on their journeys, on the run-up to Christmas. It's very sad, a lot of trouble for them, and he's probably got away scot-free.
As well as getting away scot-free, the rogue driver's irresponsibility has caused the closure of the M6 for nearly an hour, inconveniencing everyone.
So the knock-on effect is just phenomenal from one accident. With the traffic tailing back, all these vehicles delivering goods to somewhere on Christmas Eve. You've also got foreign vehicles that are probably trying to make ferry ports, people going on holiday, flying from Birmingham or on their way to London, Heathrow, Gatwick. So it's just phenomenal, really.
as the backlog of Christmas traffic clears. Further south, motorway cops Kevin Whitehouse, Alan Coleman and Mark Simpson are responding to a call to another incident. This time in Birmingham.
There's a bus broken down on the Aston Expressway, which is the road that leads into Birmingham city centre off the motorway. And it's got some school children on board. It's obviously in a vulnerable place because it's in total a 6-lane carriageway, 7-lane carriageway, no central barrier, so they are quite vulnerable.
Traffic on this part of the motorway is controlled by signs overhead, telling drivers which lanes they can use.
That was the one.
And the bus is right in the middle, between the fast-moving traffic. Another motorway patrol has already arrived to find exactly what caused the driver to stop the bus.
The bus just cut out on me. The engine died. That was it. I tried to restart it. Won't tick over.
With no power, the bus will have to be towed away to safety. But the problem for the cops is working out what to do with the 70 kids inside. For now, they're in good spirits, but that may change.
The bus just stopped in the middle lane and we sat there and we've been sitting here for half an hour waiting for somebody to come and get us. We're just relieved that the police have arrived to sort us out.
They're relieved because they still have a chance to make it to the theatre to see their Christmas pantomime, if the cops can get them off the bus and onto another bus quickly. But the cops are more concerned with their safety than with them being on time to see the curtain go up.
It's obviously fairly dangerous. We wouldn't consider transshipping the children in the live lane. It's just not done. If anything were to happen, if one of them to fall or trip or a car comes through the closure, then at the end of the day, the children's safety is paramount.
And with 70 excited and unpredictable kids on board, they aren't taking any chances.
The only way to do it safely is a full closure.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I said.
Unless you want to do that, to get them off.
A full closure means that once again, traffic on the motorway will come to a halt.
We go back, do a rolling closure, bring traffic to a standstill, and then they can quickly transship the children onto the other buses, and there's less risk, danger to them then.
But even this simple process needs to be planned in detail.
They bring the bus up to here, door to door, transfer the kids on, and then they'll turn the buses round and we'll go. All right. Okay.
Thanks for your help.
All right.
Getting it right first time is essential to keep traffic disruption to a minimum and to keep the kids safe, because there's always someone determined to ignore the lane closure signs.
There's somebody right close to this one here. Look at this one.
Lane's closed. Go.
They're going to bring the bus alongside, transfer us across one by one onto the bus, and then turn the bus around and take us back to the theatre. Hopefully we'll get there in time to see the performance. It's 1:30.
It's a 3-mile round trip to get into position.
Yeah, put it on from here now. There's a lorry here, I've got a couple of lorries.
Now PC's Coleman and Whitehouse are ready to bring the traffic to a stop.
Mike out for Oscar Tango 35. Yeah, we just point Charlie to park, just put the closure on, received over.
Bart, the closure is on. The last card through should be a black Ford Focus.
With the carriageway clear, the replacement buses move in, watched on by PC's Coleman and Whitehouse.
Don't do many rolling closures down here, do you?
I think I've ever done one.
I think I've done one for an RTA. That was just for recovery and stuff. But you don't do them, do you? It's a matter of routine. But it's the only way to do it, you just got to improvise.
And with everything in place, the kids are finally on the move.
A lot of people will say, you've created a bit of chaos for the sake of a few kids, but at the end of the day, we've got up to 70 children on that bus, so we don't take any chances. It's the same for everyone. If we held somebody up, then we're really sorry. But at the end of the day, I'm sure they'll appreciate safety is of paramount importance.
And a few minutes later, the kids are heading off at full speed towards the panto.
Oh, because the kids have missed the pantomime.
Oh, no, they?
Oh, yes, they have.
Oh, no, they haven't.
As winter sets in, the UK suffers some of the coldest temperatures for nearly 30 years. Motorway cops Martin Smith and Gareth Westbury are braving the elements. A man they've previously arrested for using forged driving documents has failed to appear in court.
We're now off to his address to execute a warrant and hopefully find him at the address and put him before the next available court tomorrow morning.
PC Smith has come prepared for the weather.
Good job I got my snow boots on.
He spent 10 years on the beat before he became a motorway cop and has plenty of experience in weeding out wanted people.
Generally they'll sort of nip out the back or they just plain won't answer the door to you. Well, somebody in because there's somebody up at the top window, a girl.
It's obviously not the man they're after, but he could be inside.
Might be new occupants, which is reason possibly why.
Well, don't take that long to get down the stairs, does it? Plus we get his snowed on standing here. Make a noise a bit louder than my hand. There is a sneaking suspicion if they're not, you know, if she's not coming down to answer the door that he's told her not to.
Later, wooden door inside as well.
The reason we persistent was because there was movement up at the front window, and we, sort of myself and Gareth, we did have a firm belief that the gentleman we wanted was in the premises and not answering the door.
Can we talk? Come downstairs. It's a young kid, that is.
Door's open there. You can't have left the kid there. Hello? Are you on your own or is there some adults in the house?
We're by ourselves.
You by yourself? How old are you?
Mum said we don't have to open the door.
No, that's right with the police, but your mum is right, you shouldn't answer the door. Where's your mum gone, do you know?
Work.
I was very shocked. I mean, I'm a parent myself, and the last thing I would consider doing is leaving a 5 and 6 year old child in a house alone whilst I was out working. They fiddle with plugs, they fiddle with fires, matches, stoves, they can open upstairs windows. There's no end of different types of danger. That's an adventure to a child. And when's your mum due back from work? When's she coming home?
At 1 o'clock.
In the morning?
Is there anybody else coming?
Dark time.
Is anybody else here with you till that time?
With this new problem, the search for the wanted man takes a back seat.
We quickly realised that he wasn't at home, and that the issue would quickly switch from looking for a wanted person to trying then to sort out what the issue with 2 children who were left home alone.
And it seems this isn't the first time they've been left on their own.
I always stay by myself.
Oh, right.
And sometimes we cry.
Oh dear, that's no good, is it? Hey, don't worry, you'll be fine, you'll be safe.
PC Smith's concerned about the parents' lack of responsibility.
There is a legal issue surrounding leaving your children alone because it amounts to child neglect. You're leaving them to fend for themselves, and that's the element of risk and the element of danger that's involved because there's nobody to look after their welfare. You need a responsible person, certainly somebody you consider to be an adult to look after a child. I mean, the average person out there couldn't comprehend going to work or going out, shopping or whatever it is, and leaving 2 children, one age 5 and one age 6, alone in a house to fend for themselves. You're not in any trouble, don't worry. This is outrageous.
It's a fine balance for the parents, isn't it? They want to work to get a good sort of income for the children to make their lives better, but on the other hand, they've got to have somebody to look after them, and it's a nasty balance, unfortunately, but it's something that you have to consider when you have children.
The cops have decided to take the 2 children to the nearest police station.
So we'll take them to Stitchford.
Okay.
And I've got to leave a note for the mum to say where they've gone. In our own minds, we'd formulated a plan that we did need to take the 2 children into police protective custody, and that would be an immediate thing. You're not in any trouble, so don't panic.
There's
all right?
a car.
It's outside. It's a big police car outside.
It always flashes.
Yeah. So
Only if you get dressed quickly. You put some big coats on. Are you sure your mum's gone to work?
I'm not lying.
OK.
An hour after they arrive to arrest a wanted man, the cops have two very different passengers on their way to the police station. Further west on the M5, PC Billy Cotton has teamed up with PC Chris Bradley. They're battling the bad weather. And in these dangerous conditions, every driver should be paying full attention to the roads. But not everyone is.
Thank you.
It's the first phone I've seen all day. As we've been travelling north on the M5 towards Junction 4, I've noticed a lady using her mobile phone while she's driving. So we'll just pull her over and speak to her, give her words of advice and perhaps a ticket.
OK, mate.
Although she's been on the phone, the driver is surprisingly relieved to see the police. Just why is about to become clear.
Yeah, have a seat a minute.
Thank you.
Hello there.
I'm a colleague of yours from police, and I'm lost. Can you help me? I'm glad you've pulled me over because I'm stuffed.
She's a fellow cop from down south.
Yeah, the reason we stopped you is because you're using your phone as you're driving along. You got it to your, to your right hand.
I'm really sorry.
Well, what you should do is you should come off the motorway to a place of safety.
I've got a clue where I am.
And
I think I missed the turning on the M42.
Their colleague has a complex excuse.
I'm supposed to be going to a friend of mine from Greater Manchester Police. It's her sister who lost her child this year. Is having a 40th birthday party.
Right, OK. We'll point you in the right direction in a moment. Meanwhile, what I'm going to do is issue what we call a fixed penalty notice for the offence of using a mobile phone. I don't know what she expected, whether she should be treated any different, but as far as I was concerned, she was using a mobile phone.
Please, as a colleague, please.
I think in days gone by, police officers expected to be treated differently if they were caught breaking the law, but this day and age, everybody's got to be dealt with fairly. No, to be fair to everybody else that we stop and speak to on the motorway, I'm going to deal with you fairly as I would with anybody else and issue the fixed penalty notice. Could I ask your surname, please? I'll come back to your surname in a minute, then I'll just write some more details on the fixed penalty notice.
You're all right, mate.
I just had a run in with bloody
Have you?
This is really not going to help me.
Well, it happens to the best of us, and it's a motoring offence, isn't it?
I don't know where I am.
Just because I'm issuing the ticket, it doesn't make you a bad person.
I've got a clue where I am. I know it was wrong.
Do you not have one of these sat-nav things?
No, I haven't got a sat nav.
Is it your car or is it
It's mine.
Don't get upset.
I'm trying to get up to Cheshire. I don't know where I am.
Tango 1-2, you're calling over. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. How many points have you got in your licence?
I haven't got any.
Well, there you go then.
I think any police force isn't going to think anything less of you just because you've got 3 points. We're all human. We all make mistakes. You're in a difficult situation. You're lost on the motorway. Don't know where you are, and you're obviously a bit upset at the moment. And we all do make mistakes, particularly under stress. And she was obviously very stressed about her journey.
Where do I go?
You're going to where? Cheshire?
Yeah, I need to get off at junction 18 of the M6.
Right, OK. Well, if you carry on north on the M5 here, that'll lead you into the M6. You'll bump into the M6.
Right.
And you can't go anywhere else but the M6. Just follow the M6 north and you'll find junction 18, no problem. Best of luck then.
All right.
As they send their colleague on her way with a ticket and 3 points on her licence. 8 miles further east, at Stetchford Police Station, the 2 children who were found home alone by PC's Gareth Westbury and Martin Smith are being brought into temporary police care.
We tried to make it as fun as possible, tried to keep them a bit entertained, tried to make them feel at ease, because we knew that at that point we were taking them away from their mums, and what we didn't know was how long that was going to last. And they had no idea of that, they were totally oblivious to that fact.
Getting out the snow. Watch, just come up here. It's time to go.
Right, since we've arrived at the police station, the kindly front office staff have assisted us with a room where we can keep the kids nice and safe, so we've taken them down to a television lounge where there's a big fish tank and a TV and some games to play with. I think they've had a bit of chocolate as well, so they're away from it all at the moment, so they're quite happy, they're quite playful, and they're quite safe. My colleague Gareth, he's looking after the kids down there, so he's having a bit of a whale of a time.
When somebody comes down, we'll try and get some food. So what food do you like?
Cheerios.
No, I don't like Cheerios. I only like Weetabix.
Cocoa Pops.
Cocoa Pops. Does it turn the milky chocolatey?
On the scale of things, the children are unharmed, so we have to look at the bigger picture. In that the children shouldn't be deprived of the parents, but the parents themselves should be made to be aware fully of their responsibilities as both adults and parents.
The mothers of both children have arrived at the station.
Oh, ladies, right. They just thought they were coming down to collect the children and take them home. They didn't realise the seriousness of what had gone on and what police action was being taken. If you both come through here, we'll explain what's going to happen next, all right? Do you want to come through? I mean, this is a serious offence. It could be a pattern of ongoing neglect from the parents. We don't know. At this time,
basically going to be arrested.
You're under arrest on suspicion of neglecting a child.
Okay. Your children are safe.
Yeah, they're here in this station.
Which is the main thing. There's no harm come to them, and we'll explain everything to the custody sergeant, and then we'll interview you about the matter.
We're not here to persecute. We're not here to separate parents and children from each other. My main concern is that these children are looked after. Ultimately, it's their safety. That's what I'm more concerned in. Totally and utterly and absolutely the kids' safety. Nothing else matters.
Have you been arrested before? No. Okay, what's your surname?
With cases like this, the cops must remain objective.
No problem.
It's a very, very difficult subject to deal with. We have to set ourselves aside from our emotions for this. We will have feelings about the parents' actions. They don't count. What counts is what's gone on with the parents and the children, and we need to separate our emotions from the raw facts of the offence, really.
And the offence?
Neglect of a child. We went into the house where it became apparent that these two children had been left on their own. There was an additional unsolicited comment from the child that this was a regular thing, that they were regularly left alone when the mum went to work.
Across the UK, the police and social services come across more than 7,000 cases of child neglect every year.
At some point you will be placed in a cell. I don't know for what period of time, but you will be placed in a cell. When we put you in a cell, we'll explain the buzzer procedure, so if you need us, don't worry, okay, and we'll deal with you as quickly as we can. Okay.
But children are often left alone, simply because a family are trying to make ends meet and to provide for their kids, which seems to be what's happened here. Until the cops can establish the state of affairs at home, they have no choice but to lock both women up.
Authorising your continued detention at the police station to obtain evidence by means of questioning and to secure and preserve evidence. So you're going to be interviewed on tape in due course.
Come with me. That's a drink. Yes, thank you. Well, that's booked in.
The two mothers may have acted irresponsibly, but the cops also have a responsibility.
There's been heavy criticism of police and social services in past incidents, and if we neglect to carry out our duties properly and to thoroughly investigate and deal with this matter, I mean, I couldn't live with myself personally if anything had happened to the children after we'd gone on the basis that we didn't act. Our paramount concern is to remove those children to a safe place until we can establish that environment is safe to go back to.
Officers have arranged for the two children to be cared for by close family members until their future is decided by social services. As the winter weather closes in, it brings problems on the roads as irresponsible drivers ignore warnings to slow down. PCs Jay Hussain and Dave Glover have been called to an accident near Birmingham.
The weather, it's snowing at the moment. It's coming down thick and fast, and it's sticking quite well. We've had a number of road traffic collisions on the northbound M6 between junctions 5 and 6, and we've been asked to go along and assist. One's definitely a 5-vehicle bump. I'm not sure about the other one. So we're just making our way down there. It was quickly as we possibly can.
The heavy snow will result in a busy night for the cops.
If the weather stays like this for the whole of the shift, we're going to have numerous collisions, I would think, because people just don't adapt the driving style to the conditions. From previous experience working up here, people fall off the motorway left, right and centre and given a bit of snow, as this obviously no doubt shows.
The two crashes have already created a 4-mile tailback. Emergency services are on the scene and have closed off one lane.
Front line, come right to the front, 3 car and help Gareth.
Okay.
The cops are sent to the first crash, just a few hundred yards ahead, where a highways agency officer briefs them on the current state of play.
You alright? Yeah, we got all the details. Your lads have got all the other details as well. Sorted. 2 RTCs, minor injuries in the front one involving 3 vehicles. We've got a minor injuries in the second one involving 5 vehicles. The old chap we got here before has got all the details as far as we're aware.
Brilliant. Fine.
Okay.
Alright, no problem.
With no serious injuries, the cops can focus on finding out who's at fault. PC Gareth Westbury is investigating the first crash, but details are sketchy.
So are these 3 involved altogether in one bump?
They're saying yes, but these are saying that they've just spun and hit the wall, but haven't hit them. There is no damage to the front of this car.
Right.
The 2 cars in front, the Audi's gone into the back of the Beamer.
Anybody injured in this one?
It's just shock more than anything.
The shunt from the Audi has left the BMW with major damage.
This one here looks like it's taken quite a bump from the rear, looking at the damage. It's probably done its job. They're designed to crumple. That's what it's done. Obviously, I'm going to say to the front of the one in front, we'll go and have a look at that one.
The Audi which hit the BMW is also a write-off. But incredibly, there are no injuries in either car. A surprise to one of the most experienced motorway cops, PC Paul Clackett.
Yeah, you look at the cars and the damage, you think somebody's got to be seriously injured, but it just goes to show how solid the cars of today are made. All the airbags have gone off, they've saved people's serious injury, which is the main thing.
The sequence of events is now becoming clear. The first crash involving the Audi and the BMW brought traffic behind to a standstill. The second crash soon after involved this red car, which ploughed into the stationary traffic.
The driver of the red one, unfortunately, hasn't been paying full attention as to what's been going on, possibly going a little bit too quick, couldn't brake, and has just ploughed into the back of the Laguna. The Laguna has then gone into the side of the truck and hit his bars. He bounced off the truck into the rear of the Mini and then pushed the Mini into the back of the Picasso. So the impact has just concertinaed forward because of the speed of the red one.
All 4 occupants of the red car which caused the crash are unharmed, but the driver faces prosecution for the accident. And another driver is also in trouble for having no insurance.
She's saying it is a husband's car and she's a named driver, so whether he's cancelled the policy. So I've just said, here's a producer. If you've got the insurance certificate, take it. If not, you're going to be reported.
It's clear the severe weather has played a part in the pile-up. And the driving conditions are showing no signs of improvement as PCs Hussain and Glover go back out on patrol.
The roads are still dicey. If it continues with the snow, obviously as the temperature drops, the likelihood is that the surface water on the road will freeze and it can end up like a skating rink.
But it's not the snow and ice which is the immediate problem coming in on the radio.
Just had reports of a vehicle travelling the wrong way on the M42. It appears that he's got on at junction 2 and he's travelling in lane 3, going the wrong way, and he's just gone through junction 3.
CCTV camera operators are monitoring the car's death-defying progress as it drives down the snow-covered third lane towards oncoming traffic.
The last thing you want is something coming the wrong way. If you're doing 70 and he's doing 70, it's 140 mile an hour collision speed. I don't think there'll be any survivors from that sort of speed.
Unless the cops can get to the car, a tragedy seems inevitable. But at this time of night, only 2 police patrols are available.
One car is quite a few miles ahead of us. They're at junction 4, which is 1 junction away from the M40.
At the wheel of that car is PC Paul Clackett.
You get that sort of
an eerie feeling, because car going the wrong way against 3 lanes of traffic that's doing possibly 70 miles an hour. The outcome could be carnage.
While PC Clackett puts his foot down, the car continues its deadly journey, narrowly missing a lorry and forcing it to brake hard.
Luckily, the weather conditions down here are a little bit better. The roads appear to be more wet than snowy.
The plan is a bold one, to stop all the traffic coming in the other direction. But there's a problem.
Highways are going to try and put a close on at 16, but at the moment it's not on. He's still in lane 3 on the M40.
The good news is that PC Clackett has caught up with the car.
This vehicle is still heading down the M40. Our patrol is alongside him now on the correct side of the motorway. We'll obviously try and make him stop.
PC Helen Reynolds is riding with PC Clackett.
He was in lane 3 of the wrong carriageway, and we were in lane 3 of obviously the right carriageway, so we were we'd only got the central barrier between us.
And the Highways Agency have succeeded in closing the motorway, so the driver is heading towards stationary traffic.
Sounds like an old gent and he's going towards the closure. I think they managed to close the motorway coming north.
He was just sitting behind his wheel, looking ahead, bimbling along, totally oblivious to the danger that he was in and he was putting other people in.
Ironically, the bad weather may have been a blessing for both the driver and other motorists.
Seems like he's coming to a stop, over.
Sounds like he's coming to a stop. Well, as you can see, he's done quite a distance on the wrong carriageway in lane 3. And more by luck than judgment and the weather, people aren't using lane 3.
But the driver's not a young tearaway. He's an elderly gent.
So it was a case of when he stopped, you know, I opened the car, turned the engine off. Come on, sir, let's get you out the car.
PCs Hussain and Glover have caught up with the car, which is now being driven off the motorway by PC Reynolds, with the elderly gent in the passenger seat.
He's chatting away and he thought it was quite funny that a woman police officer had got in his car and was driving it.
That's the vehicle that's been driven on the wrong way up the motorway. One of our police officers has driven it off. He's probably had another car from you. See what excuse he can come up with.
You all right?
The driver looks bewildered by all the attention.
Well, to come forward to our police car, we'll sit you in there and have a chat.
The cops are taking a softly approach.
Mind your hat.
He realised he's gone the wrong way, but he doesn't know what to do about it, he said. He didn't want to turn round. He was looking for a junction and couldn't find a junction, when in fact he has passed several junctions. He's just disorientated.
Right, I'm PC Paul Clackett from the Motorway Police. You, talking to my partner, you've got a rough idea of what you've done, do you? You realise you've come up the motorway the wrong way?
I've come onto the lane, yes, but I couldn't get on the other lane, of course.
We were trying to find out where he'd come from, or where he'd been, where he lived.
Can you remember your birthday, Eric?
I do,
It's known as Jimmy, is
yeah.
It's the 26th of the 13th of April.
What year?
1917.
1917.
The elderly gent is known as Jimmy, and he's 93 years old.
Are you Birmingham born, are you?
I haven't got a Birmingham accent, have I?
Who lives at home with you? Who lives at home with you?
I live alone now.
Right. Have you got any children, any family?
Oh, yeah.
That live locally?
Yes, I've got...
Whereabouts do they live?
Ted lives at...
Yes, yes,
What's the Dickens number?
Is he on the phone? Have you got a phone number for Ted?
Yeah.
Do you know his phone number?
I did until you went and asked me.
Jimmy, are you under the doctor for anything at the moment? Do you
Get
take
to
any
90,
medication?
93 and you begin to get bits and pieces. I get a bit of breathlessness.
Oh, do you? I do when I've been running after somebody.
Well, you shouldn't run after anybody.
No, I know.
I'd take one look at you and run after you, I think.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. That's the best offer I've had all night.
Jimmy's charms seem to be working, but they might not get him out of this problem.
We could have arrested him.
We chose not to do it that way, but we chose to take him to the nearest police station where we could actually interview him, other than take him into a custody block and arrest him.
You just stay there a minute, Jimmy. We'll be back in a minute.
Bollocks.
While the cops run Jimmy to the station, 5 miles west in Birmingham city centre, the snow's laying thick on the ground. PC's Kevin Whitehouse and Wally Faulkner are on patrol in the unusually quiet city centre. It seems the weather has kept many at home tonight.
Come past 3 pubs, there's nobody there.
But there are some less desirable elements at large. Car thieves. And a report of a missing car is now coming through on the radio.
Silver 52 BMW stolen today from Shirley Solihull.
Bristol Street in Birmingham.
As luck would have it, the cops are close to where the stolen BMW has been seen. But the roads are still treacherous.
It was heavy snow. It was compact snow as well, because it was the early hours of the morning, so obviously the gritting wagons can get out, but they can't do everywhere in one go.
Yeah, it's now Newtown Row outbound, so he's not hanging about, because he's got from there, where we're just to the side where we were, to the other. So we'll try and get there as quickly as we can, but obviously we've got to watch the weather conditions, the road conditions.
Stopping a stolen car is risky in any kind of weather, but in these conditions, a chase can be even more dangerous.
If we do come across the vehicle and it fails to stop, I think in this weather we'll just let him go. There's no point pursuing, putting ourselves at risk and other road users at risk, so if he does go, he'll go. We'll let him.
But the prospect of letting him go isn't something they want to do.
It can be frustrating to let them go, but at the end of the day we've got to think of ourselves as well as the other road users that may be about, and although it's 1:30 in the morning, there could still be pedestrians around, so it's just not worth the risk.
Yeah, well done.
What was it, BMW 5?
Yeah.
What colour was it?
Grey.
That's it there, isn't it? In the distance I see the BMW, and what I thought was the vehicle that we were looking for, with another vehicle. And they appear to have slowed down a fair bit. So we make towards them and just hold back a little bit, just so I can confirm that it was a BMW or not.
The cops are in an unmarked car.
Is that it?
I don't know yet.
That's a BM.
Allowing them to follow undetected. But travelling with the BMW is another car, a Ford Focus.
Put this one on the log. And I formed the opinion that Focus was running with the BMW.
Mike Alpha Oscar Tango 96. Can you put this vehicle on the log?
That's it. What often happens is you'll have a stolen vehicle that may be being driven somewhere to be sold or delivered, and the other vehicle would be used then to take people back to a location.
Before the driver can escape, the cops seize their chance.
Get him.
Backed up by another patrol which has been following behind.
All I want to do is get that person out of that car, away from the steering wheel, and restrain them as quickly as we can.
Open the door, the window's going in! Out! Open the door! Out!
I ain't done anything wrong, mate.
This vehicle's reported stolen vehicle, mate. I'm therefore arresting you on suspicion of theft of a motor vehicle. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence.
Just relax.
If you don't mention now something to your mate or all in court, anything you do say may be given evidence. You understand that?
Give me that. I didn't even know it was stolen, mate. I swear on my mum's life, man.
Well, you know it's stolen now, mate, because you're under arrest. Just wait there a minute. Stand there a minute.
The car's been stolen in a house burglary, an increasing problem for the cops.
The circumstances surrounding the theft of the vehicle, obviously the vehicle's got the key in it. We believe it's been outstanding since about 8:30 yesterday morning, possibly where the owners started it up, defrosting it, may have gone back into the house, left the key in the ignition, and somebody's been going past at the right time for them. They've helped themselves to the car.
But during the arrest, the other car has made good its escape.
somebody's got after the Focus, but I think it's not registered to anybody, so it's a matter of looking for now.
The stolen BMW will be returned to its owner while the search for the Ford continues.
It's a little bit frustrating when you don't get both vehicles. However, the BMW was the one that I'd focused on, simply because that was the one that was reported stolen with the keys.
Meanwhile, the arrested driver is still trying to convince PC Faulkner he's totally innocent, just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
No, I just seen someone on the high street, mate. I swear I didn't rob this car. I swear I didn't even know it was robbed, officer.
So how come you're driving it?
I seen some people on the high street, on my Kings Heath High Street. I swear on my life, I swear on any of my family's life, yeah, they just give me the car to go drive to ask them for my plea and repay, yeah. I swear on my life, officer. And I don't know nothing else about the car. I don't know who these people are. And I'll just come out of my house. You can even ask my little brother, officer.
But his far-fetched story is cutting no ice with PC Faulkner.
Bearing in mind it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and asked him if he'd drive this vehicle back to a certain place in Birmingham for £40, I think it was, as you would do at 1 o'clock in the morning. So what time is that then?
Just now, officer, I've just come from Kings Heath, I swear, I've just come out of my house. I'm not even half drive, officer, I swear on my mum's life, I've just come out of my house, officer. I was going to get something to eat, officer, I swear on my mum's life.
And it's just doesn't wash. The car is probably the second most expensive thing you're going to buy after your house. And for somebody to come along and just take that car is despicable. These people don't realise is the heartache they're causing somebody by taking that.
5 miles away, Jimmy, the 93-year-old gent who drove the wrong way along the motorway, is also being brought in. He's not under arrest, but the cops are concerned about his welfare.
That's it, there we go.
You have to have some sort of sympathy for somebody like that. Hence the reason we treated him the way we did. We didn't sort of drag him out of the car, we didn't lock him up. We sort of treated him with respect that he deserved.
Would you like a drink, a cup of tea or anything? Coffee? No, you're okay. Come on then.
However, PC's Clackett and Reynolds still have to get a statement from him to try to understand how he came to be driving the wrong way down the M40. Jimmy's son has joined them in the interview.
Right. Earlier on tonight, we stopped you on the M40. You were travelling southbound on the northbound carriageway. Did you realise that you were travelling on the wrong side of the carriageway when you were going north on the southbound?
I did. Yes, I would, of course. I was just doing what everybody else seems to do.
Did you not think it was dangerous at the time?
There can be danger to it.
Did you not think about stopping and turning round when you realised that you were on the wrong side?
It would have been difficult to cross the road from where I was to the other road.
Do you normally use a motorway?
If and when necessary.
Yeah.
I've not been on the motorway itself as such today. Unless you call this a motorway.
Yeah, that was the motorway that you were on tonight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you not know that?
I would have had some difficulty in describing it as a motorway, but some people would, I suppose.
He wouldn't normally go on a motorway.
No.
He's gone on the motorway by mistake.
No, I did realise that I was going against traffic coming in the other direction.
I don't think you knew where you were going.
I just think you got confused, didn't you?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I did feel sorry for him, but at the same time, what he did was extremely dangerous and could have caused somebody else's death or even his own. He's elderly, he wants to keep his independence by driving.
But that independence is now hanging in the balance.
I think you should give it some serious consideration as to whether you should carry on driving. It's something for you to have a chat with Ted about.
Yeah. Car is important to me on the shopping.
I appreciate that, but
your health and your life is far more important. It's a difficult decision to make at your age to hang up the keys. Swansea might decide to sort of take the matter out of your hands by revoking your licence. You've had a very lucky escape tonight. When you drove down the motorway the wrong way.
The decision to hang up the keys is a tough one, but one supported by Jimmy's son, Ted.
It would be most sensible if he didn't drive again. You know, you're either safe to drive or you're not safe to drive. And if you're not safe to drive, then I think it's very sensible that you don't.
Jimmy's finally on his way home safe and sound, as a passenger.
Use the door and I've got the door.
The elderly aren't legally required to hang up their keys, but they do have to reapply for their licence when they reach 70 years of age and supply a statement of health. But PC Clackett thinks additional legislation should be considered.
But I think it might be worth putting in another test, possibly, for, say, somebody who's 70, 75, just to make sure they're still up to scratch and aware of what's happening around them whilst they're driving. You can get people who are 90 who are fully aware of what they're doing when they're driving, so why should they have to surrender the licence? As if they're fully capable of passing this test, then they can carry on.
The driver of the red car who ploughed into traffic undertook a driver education programme as an alternative to prosecution. And the woman with no insurance received 6 points on her licence and a £100 fine. The car that caused the crash on the M6 was never traced, and no action was taken against any of the other drivers. The injured woman trapped in her car had minor injuries and made a full recovery. The man who was caught driving the stolen BMW was convicted of taking without the owner's consent and was given a 3-month suspended prison sentence, 8 points on his licence and 100 hours community service. The 2 children, taken to Stetchford Police Station by PCs Smith and Westbury, were returned home to their mothers, who both received police cautions. Jimmy, the 93-year-old man who drove the wrong way down the motorway, had his licence withdrawn by the DVLA. And the children, rescued from the broken-down bus, did get to see the Christmas panto, just in time.